Hi, my name is Leo Rodrigues. I'm a software developer here at 352. And under the realm of Scrum 101, we're going to talk about the topic of Sprint Zero. Sprint Zero can be a little bit of a controversial topic out there in the industry. It has a lot of gray area. If you Google Scrum and Sprint Zero, you're going to find a vast amount of information, including questions like, should we even do Sprint Zero? Or should it be called Sprint Zero? And yes, people out there argue whether zero should be in the name of the enumeration of the sprints. We're not going to get into all of that here. The fact is that we've effectively adopted Sprint Zero at 352 in our typical projects, and we're happy with it. So I'm going to share a little bit about the overview of what happens in Sprint Zero. First of all, the length. We've typically found that in about 2 to 3 days, we get to accomplish everything that needs to be accomplished in a Sprint Zero. So during that time, we start having conversations. We try to keep a very free-flowing, creative, engaging format, and we start identifying users, all right, users of the site or the target audience for the client's project. And it is very important at that time to have a free-flowing format. We have gameplay, exercises. Depending on the project, we pick and choose what type of exercises we engage in. But the important part is we think about it as a long 2 to 3 days conversation, right? Where the customers and the developers come together to form one team, and we just chat and discover things. So we discover our users, right? And typically, that can be a confirmation of what the clients already knew their user base was. But the free-flowing format oftentimes also allows us to discover a new user base, a new target audience that we didn't know existed. Then we keep talking, and we go on to identify the goals for the project. Again, the same type of thing happens where clients may come in with a set, defined list of goals, and those are fine, but we may even discover new things. Somebody may come up with a new idea that everybody may say, yeah, we like that, and put that on the top of the list. Or we may say, yeah, we like that idea, but put it at the bottom of the list because the other goals are more important first. Or you just toss it out, right? Either way, free-flowing format in brainstorming, that's key. Then we have our users and our goals. Then we're ready to start talking about the product backlog and start populating it with items. The items that we start entering in the product backlog we're going to make the goals happen for the user base. So we have lots of conversations, populate the backlog, and we may have 1 million items in the backlog. We just keep entering them. There's no bad idea. You just keep entering things in the backlog. Within some sort of limit and common sense, we keep it within the realm of the goals, and we keep the user base in mind when talking about features and items that will be entering the backlog. But typically, we just enter away until we reach a moment where conversation kind of ceases and everybody kind of feels like we got everything down, and that's the time to stop. So you end up with 1 million things in your backlog and features and items. At that point, because we have a limited time frame for an engagement, typically a number of weeks to begin with, and those will translate in a few sprints, we cannot deliver 1 million things in that time frame. So we have to start prioritizing and define what set of features are from the backlog are going to get us to accomplish the goals that we've defined to serve the user base that we defined that is most important. That set of features and backlog items will make up your minimal viable product, and that's what you're going to bring out to market when you, at the end of the engagement, at the end of the initial sprints we've set out to engage in. And the rest of the features become future backlog items for other iterations. That's it. If you have any questions, feel free to post as comments or questions. I'll be happy to answer them and start a conversation about it. I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.